We've enjoyed this interaction more than any that has come before, because this one has been right out on the leading edge where all of us are. These are powerful nows that you are living. There's never been a time on this leading edge, and this is the leading edge, where the variety that is surrounding you has caused so much movement in your vibrational reality. The vortex, the vibrational reality that precedes your manifested world, is faster moving than it has ever been before, which means the potential for your satisfying the things that you care about is not only greater but faster in fruition, which means you are in a vehicle and you're moving more rapidly down the highway than you ever have before. And so your attention to where you are on the highway will bring you satisfaction. We don't want you to slow down, because going fast is way more fun. But we don't want you to go faster than your ability to control yourself in your environment, you see. So what's happening to you is your environment is calling you into faster and faster motion, which means faster and faster thought process, which means faster and faster manifestation, which means the potential for satisfaction is greater than it's ever been before, but the potential for some negative emotion is greater than it's ever been before. It's like a giant magnifying glass has been laid down on everything, so that whatever it is that's dominant in your vibration is having more emphasis in your experience. That's why suffering is greater and thriving is greater. That's why poverty is more and abundance is more. That's why sickness is more and wellness is more. In other words, whatever it is that you've got the vibrational habit of projecting is manifesting into your experience more rapidly. Well, what an advantage that is to those like you who now understand, and you do, what this receptive mode will yield in terms of manifestation and what this receptive mode will yield in terms of manifestation. Isn't it nice to know that when something's turning out and it doesn't feel good to you while it's turning out, that you can recognize what you were doing when it was still in vibrational form that allowed that momentum to become more and more? And doesn't it make you more aware of where you are moment by moment? Doesn't it make you want to be more aware as you are driving this analogous car down your vibrational road? Doesn't it make you want to not let things get so far in a direction that you don't want them to be before you decide that you're going to do something about it? The two tools that are most at your fingertips for maintaining your receptive mode. The first is meditation, and we know some of you are adverse to it only in the sense that you want more control than it seems to give you. And there's a little giving up of control on your way to ultimate control. Quieting your mind quiets resistance. It quiets thoughts, it quiets resistance, and it puts you in sync with who you really are. But it also serves another very important purpose. It makes you more sensitive to where you are. And so your negative emotion sticks out like a bigger, sore thumb. You find yourself being a little more dramatic than you are used to being, or you find yourself wanting to rectify things as you are moving along through your action. But we like that newfound sensitivity that you're finding through alignment, because it's only through your awareness that something feels a little off that you will have the wherewithal to guide it into something that feels a little better. And it's so easy for you to do that given what you now know. So meditation is one of the powerful tools that will lead you, if you want, into more often receptive mode, so that the fullness of who you are is having the conversation or enjoying the moment. And the other is active appreciation. Active appreciation is really step 2 of the alignment process. In other words, once you know you're in alignment, turn up the gas. Once you know you're in alignment, milk it for all it's worth. When you know for sure that you're feeling good, stay focused on the good that you're feeling and exaggerate it to every degree that you can with as many people who will play with you. Because this is the way that you practice the vibration when it's easy to practice it. And this is the way that you get out ahead. This is the way you practice the belief of worthiness. This is the way that you practice the belief of invincibility. This is the way you become fearless. This is the way you come into your true knowing of who you are. It's by actively increasing the momentum of this receptive mode while you are actively decreasing the momentum of this receptive mode. So how does that play out? Someone points out something to you that makes you feel uncomfortable as you hear it. What do you do? What do you do? Continue the conversation? Add your part to it? Let the momentum increase until the two of you are having a real strong, miserable moment together? Or when it first starts, do you say, gotta go? Do you satisfy their need for you to join them? Or do you satisfy your desire to join the vibration of your inner being? Because it is really a rare one of you, and we can say this to you from the balance of that which we feel from you in this room. It's a rare one of you who needs to be dragged into momentous negative emotion. You know more than that. You have more control of the vibration of your being than you sometimes practice. And the reason that you often do not practice it as well as you can and as well as you want to is because you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. And there's something about you that thinks that because someone is talking to you that you have a responsibility to listen. And then a further responsibility to agree with them. And then a further responsibility to find things in your own life that point out that you do actually have some pretty substantial agreement with the complaint they're making right now. And then off you go, practicing a vibration that does not allow you to be who you are or where you want to be, practicing a momentum that just leads to more of this. And often you don't realize you've even done it until it plays out into something that you don't want. Then after the fact you go, oh, I know how I got here. And we say, if you're aware of it while it's happening, it's easy for you to make an adjustment. And that really is the fun of life. It's adjusting into your power that is the fun of life. It's not adjusting into your power so that you can get things that being in adjustment with power brings you. It's not for the end result that you're looking for. It's for the sensation of being in your power. The sensation of clarity really feels better than the sensation of confusion. And clarity leads you to so much good stuff, and confusion leads you to so much stuff that you do not want. The sensation of appreciation is such a wonderful way to spend a moment in time. And a sensation of criticism, not so much, you see. And so, as you just decide that you are a good feeling person who wants to feel better, as you decide that you want to be tuned in, tapped in, turned on, not because of the results that it will bring, but because of the way it feels in the moment, because this is who you are. So we have some questions for you, very short, very brief list, but we want you to answer them in your own mind or out loud if you want to. From what you know of you, are you more of a lover or a hater? You know that, don't you? Now that doesn't mean that you can't get in a hateful conversation. Of course you can. But when you do, it really sucks, doesn't it? You can feel that it isn't who you are. Are you an appreciator or a condemner? It's for sure you are. You can tell by the way you feel. Would you rather praise or criticize? You really, really would. Now that doesn't mean you don't criticize from time to time, but you never like it when you do it, do you? Do you ever like it when you do it? And if it goes on and on and on, doesn't it eventually turn to something that you really do not want? What do you think the true momentum of your life is? One of well-being or one of not well-being? It's obvious. Are things working out for you or not? They're working out for you. So we're not really asking you to develop any patience about this, because when you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on, you don't have to be patient, because there are instant wonderful manifestations happening all over the place. We just want to remind you that you've got this. You understand it. Your guidance system is alive and active within you. There isn't anything that we said today that you didn't understand on many, many deep levels. Life is supposed to be fun for you. And this has been, no matter how many times we've been together before, a significant vibrational turning point for you. Watch for the evidence of that. There is great love here for you. And for now, we are complete. So nice. I like this a lot. I love you guys.